if you are not creating the right boundaries for yourself, you will not be making the needed progress that you need to make with others. I've identified quite a number of things that I expect to be things you should be looking at and thinking, am I really creating the right boundaries that will help me succeed as I continue on this journey of life? Welcome, my name is Bukola. I am a Big Four audit manager in the UK, a career mentor, a career coach, and an inspirational speaker. And I'll be talking to you about the biggest boundaries you could create. And the biggest boundaries you can create are the boundaries you create with yourself, or the ones you set for yourself. And I will walk you through what I mean by that, because you do need to know that beyond you chasing orders to respect your boundaries, if you are not creating the right boundaries for yourself, you will not be making the needed progress that you need to make with others. Okay, so I've identified quite a number of things that I expect to be things you should be looking at and thinking, am I really creating the right boundaries that will help me succeed as I continue on this journey of life? Okay, the first one is this: you are still carrying the weight of mistakes you've made years ago, and you've thought to yourself that I've not made the right decisions in the past, they've come back to haunt me. If only I knew better. There's nothing you can do about all of those. There's nothing you can do about a past mistake. So you still carrying the heavy load of that mistake is on you. That is you not separating yourself from mistakes you've made in the past. Okay. You've stumbled before, but you deserve success now. So what do we do about that? You separate yourself from those decisions you've made in the past, because it's gone, it's sunk. There's nothing you can do about those again. So it's not, it's time, it's about time. Let it go. You are as worthy as you allow yourself to be. Okay, create that boundary because you need it. You need to breathe and face the future. Okay, the next one is you are still clinging to an old version of you, and even though there are opportunities for you to progress into the future that you see, and for you to be able to earn that future, you need to become somebody else. You need to become a better version of yourself. But in one way or the other, you still want to be that person who procrastinates. You still want to be that person who doesn't do the things they say they will do, or you're that person who doesn't keep to their words. You know that your current version right now cannot take you to where you need to go. You know it cannot change you into becoming or into stepping into a higher tax bracket. You know that your current version cannot help you reach your goals, yet you're sticking and clinging to that current version. And that is you not creating the boundaries you need to create. I made a tweet just yesterday, I think, and I said something like, I always have something that I need to be doing better, always. And that is the fact that I recognize that there is, in no instance can I really say that I've done my best, in no instance. And I know genuinely that in times when I have failed before, is because I didn't have the right knowledge, or I had the right knowledge, but I didn't apply it. So you see, if you keep clinging to who you used to be, you're not going to move into becoming that person you need to be able to deserve the wins that you're looking to have. Okay, so stop clinging to that old version of you. Another way that you are not setting the right boundaries with yourself is you are avoiding discomfort. Discomfort is part of life. Too much of it, maybe not great, but discomfort is part of it. There's some things you don't want to do. There's sometimes you just want to rest. I, for one, would rather be resting than making this video. But discomfort is part of life, and that's how we move forward. Okay, so the other one I'm going to say to you is this: that you have trust issues. You do not trust people. Okay, you only trust people who have good abilities to limit your potential. You don't trust people. You don't respect the people around you to nudge you in the right direction. Okay, in this time it may look hard, difficult, and it may feel like, oh, I need to take another day off, and I need to rest, and I need to relax, and all of that. But cumulatively, that may be the reason why you're not getting to the next level that you need to get to. Sometimes you need to push yourself, and sometimes you need to stay out of that comfort zone for you to be able to achieve what you need to achieve. Okay, so it's about time you stop choosing the familiar and you start stepping onto elevated grounds. And with elevated grounds, there will be elevated responsibilities and things you're not used to. And by all means, you will now have to prove yourself to be deserving of that position that you want to hold or that you're holding. So you cannot avoid discomfort. You cannot. So to create and set that boundary, some discomfort is needed. Okay, embrace it and let it lead you to the next level. Another way that you may not be setting the right boundaries with yourself is you're pouring your energy into things that drain you or lead you nowhere. Recently I made a post on LinkedIn and I said, give up now. There are some things you're absolutely working on that are not going to lead you anywhere. I think you know it. I know it too. You know it. There's some areas of your life you're investing in. There's a relationship. You know that relationship is not going anywhere. That person has told you in the clearest way possible, for someone who is discerning, that this relationship is leading nowhere. But you know what? You're pouring your energy. Maybe he's going to see that I care. Maybe she's going to see that I am this. Maybe, but you do know that this isn't going to lead anywhere. But you've not set that boundary to know that when this does not serve me anymore, I pack up and I leave. So you need to pour your energy where you're needed, where you have the greatest impact, because your energy is limited. It is just important that you do that. Okay, so it is okay for you to give up on some things that are no longer serving you and focus your energy on one thing, two things, whatever that is, that serves you and that have the greatest impact to change your situation. Another way you're not setting boundaries with yourself is this: you're procrastinating on very simple things, very, very simple tasks that will take you 5 minutes. You procrastinate and you're not getting it done. It's 2 months now, it's still not done. Go and sit down and do it. It takes 5 minutes, it takes 10 minutes. Just do it. It's a 5 minute job and it's been on your list for months. When the big things come your way, you do them, but the tiny little ones, you don't do them. The question is why? So you need to create that boundary. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. You need to get to that point. Okay. Another way you may not be creating the right boundaries with yourself is when someone offers you real help, you deflect. They told you we can support you. We've got flexibility options for you at work that you can take advantage of so that you can show up better, so that your performance can be better, so you can spend more time with your family, so that you can work in a way that makes more sense. You know what you do? You deflect. You're like, I don't know. I'm not going to take that because I don't know. They can come back tomorrow and say, because I'm getting the flexibility or support, then I'm not going to get my promotion or whatever it is. Those are fears, maybe not bounded by anything factual. When people offer to help you, when people come into your DMs or whatever, people say, send me your account number. I want to share something with you. I just want to support you. I want to support you, whatever. Especially if you have peace about it. Why not? People can support you. It is okay. Even I, as a career coach, there are many times that my community members have made posts for me, and sometimes I've requested for testimonials. In fact, in most cases, I've requested, guys, we're doing a good work here. I want more people to join us. I want more people to know us. Would you be willing to write me a recommendation? Would you be willing to write me a referral? Would you be willing? And people will be like, yes. Some people are not even going to ask at all. If you're still in that point, I have gotten to the point where I can ask for what I need because I know, given based on experience, that people always want to support me. I don't know why people always want to support me. Guess what I've also found out? When people ask me for help, I always want to support them. So what does that mean? It means that irrespective of who you are, there's someone out there who wants to support you. So stop deflecting. When people want to offer you real help, you should take it because you need it. Another one is this: for some people, the moment you taste a little bit, little bit of success, there is a huge success you're waiting for, but just a little bit of it, a little bit has come through. You're shouting on the rooftop, you're announcing. There's some premature announcements you're making. You don't need to be making them. Or you want to start on a journey. I know it is now a thing now on social media where people are saying, I want to share my journey. I want you to see my journey. Sometimes you don't need to announce your journey. People will see it when you're on the journey. Because sometimes when you announce the journey, the thank yous, the well done, you're doing a great job. Oh, for you to even want to do that, that is amazing. You see, all of that already gives you dopamine shots. And you already feel so gingered. You're like, okay, it feels already like you've had a success. So when it then gets to the time when nobody is saying, hello, hi, thank you, well done, when it's quiet, you can't now go forward anymore because you've benchmarked how you feel on the validation of others. You see what I mean? And this is backed by science. So sometimes walk in silence, learn to stay in that season of silence and do your best work, because the time is going to come when people will find you, and when they find you, they're going to find a heap of assets. They're going to find great things. Someone came into the community just yesterday, I think yesterday, and the person said, and then today the person wrote a message on our group, and the person said, look, there is just so much here. There's a lot here. I don't even know how to start. I don't even know how to get through all of these. But Ore, well done. You're doing a great job here. This is someone I've probably not even answered one question they had. They're just going through the assets that we've heaped there. And it's because of the work we've done when nobody was listening, the work that we've done when nobody was looking. So you must get ready to enjoy that season of quietness. Okay. The last one is this, that how you know that you're not setting boundaries with yourself is you stick to your old ways, even though everything around you has changed. You know, this is the day and age of AI. Everybody's talking about AI. But you, the only content you have is criticizing those who are using technology to make their work better because you don't want to change. The way you show up on that platform, everybody's saying it has changed. But you don't want to change. You want to stick to your old ways. You refuse to adapt. You're not agile. You don't want to collaborate. You don't want to change stuff. You just want to remain the exact same way. The world has left you behind. So you need to understand that this is a changing environment. This is a changing world that we are in. So you need to change with it if you want to continue to get the abundance that sits in it, if you want to continue to have the right leverage. I hope this helps, and I hope you've enjoyed this video the way I am making it. If you have, make sure you leave me some, comments, like it, and share it to those who need it so that more people can find this video. Beyond that, if you need my support, I've got the Career Mastery Hub, an amazing community where you get help on a daily basis for your career and for your personal brand. And you can ask me as many questions as you like. And there are other professionals in that community ready to support you as well. So why wouldn't you want to join it? Especially if you're in the first 10 years of your career and you're needing support, help with some technical work issues or some people issues that you know that you may not be able to walk through yourself. And by technical, I mean how to deal strategically with the people you work with and strategically with work that you do. If that is the case, please make sure that you use the link in the description box to join us. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.